We are also monitoring online reports of former leader of Hamas now calling on Muslims to stage global demonstrations in support of Palestinians tomorrow. Khalid Misal is urging Arabs in neighboring countries to take up arms against Israel. Misal served as chief of Hamas from 2004 to 2017. He's based in Qatar, where he serves as the head of Hamas's diaspora office. Now, this comes also, as we know, here in the United States. Customs and Border Protection data has already revealed there's been a surge in what are called special interest migrant apprehensions. Those are individuals with matches on the U.S. terror watch list. Just this year alone, 659 known or suspected terrorists from more than 170 countries have been captured here. That is marking the highest number in recorded history for us. Joining us to discuss this, former New York City Police Commissioner Bernie Kerik. Bernie, great to have you in. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks, Bianca.
Obviously, Americans here at home are watching what's happening in Israel and questioning how safe we may be. We saw the CBP data telling us about the border crossings from all over the world, not including the known gotaways that we don't even know who they are. But when you see someone like Khalid Misal, Bernie, calling for demonstrations tomorrow, Friday the 13th, tell us what you think is going on with the law enforcement in many major cities and what people need to know today. Is obviously it's alarming to hear that.
Well, keep in mind, he's not calling for just protest. He's calling for an international jihad, which is an obligation to all Muslims to act. And their acting is in violence. Their acting is in death to America. Their acting is in death to Israel. So it's naturally a concern, and it should be a concern to every law enforcement agency here in the United States. The numbers that you were talking about, Bianca, are incredible. As to what we know, as to what we know. But keep in mind, we've had 1.2 million gotaways, according to CBP.
Yeah.
People that have gotten into the country, we don't know where they came from. We don't know who they are. We don't know what their intent is. And we have about 60,000 from Arab nations that have come into the States. And keep in mind, in most of those cases, you know, we have thousands that came from Afghanistan. Well, there's no way to vet them internationally. Who are you going to call? The Taliban in Afghanistan to find out who these people are? There's no way to internationally vet a lot of the people coming in. So we have people in this country that are here. We don't know what their intent is. We know they're calling for this international jihad. And keep in mind, on September 11th, it took 19 men, just 19, to bring this country to its knees economically. And, we now have thousands upon thousands of questionable suspects in the country.
Eric Adams talked about it this week, giving a news conference, and he says there's a warning about lone wolves. I want to play this quick statement here from him this week.
Just the last week of September, we had over 3,700 asylum seekers that came to New York City. That's an increase. We were getting 600 a week, which was unsustainable. And now we're up to getting anywhere from almost 800 a week. These numbers are not sustainable, and it's not sustainable in Chicago, where people are living in police precincts, Los Angeles, Houston, Washington. This is just not right, what is taking place.
He went on later this week and Tuesday to talk about lone wolves, Bernie, and people being radicalized online. And you just said it only took 19 people. So the concern is obviously potential sleeper cells. How big of a concern is this, and how do Americans protect themselves?
It's an extraordinary concern. That's the reality. People have to be vigilant. We've got to, pay close attention to the synagogues, to the churches, to our schools, elementary schools, high schools, to our malls. Every soft target in every community could be at jeopardy when you have a population like this in the country that you don't know what their intent is. You don't know who they are. You don't know where they are. There's no way to monitor them. Opening those borders has put us at a greater threat today than we faced on September 10th of 2001.
Sobering words, but yet important ones. We've got to have these conversations. Bernie Kerik, appreciate you as always, sir. Thank you for being with us today on Newsline.
Thanks, Bianca.